Dog better not die in this horror movie. Buddy, I just got done watching Good Boy. This is the brand new horror film from one person's perspective, and it's a dog. Yes, this film has gone viral. It's premiered at multiple different film festivals. I've had friends tell me how much they've really been loving this movie and how much they really much just recommend it. All my expectations were pretty high, but I checked those at the door. I'm like, sometimes IFC Shudder films just do not work for me. I went into this movie with, tempered expectations, and I walked away finding it a bit disappointing. I will say, if I could give this film just 5 stars just straight for the dog, I would. I think the dog is hands down the best part about this entire film. Now, I do give credit. I think the director does a pretty solid job in terms of his directing style and the way that he is, and he's dedicated to telling it from all of this dog's perspective, from all the camera angles to the different cinematography moments. He does an amazing job in those alone, and that for me is what I would say is the best part about this movie. The dog, as an actor, phenomenal in this, should deserve his own Oscar. I'll say the early starts of this film are pretty interesting. It kind of reminds you a little bit of Courage the Cowardly Dog, and the way that this dog starts to sense these things and notice these things that his owner's not saying, and you're trying to see, is the dog just paranoid or is there really something there? And it adds to this eerie creepiness that you're like, okay, I kind of feel this. But with films like this, it really comes down to conclusion. And I will say by the end of the film, especially in the third act, it just lost me. Not in terms of it just goes off the wild, what am I watching? It just kind of concludes and you're like, oh, that was it. Short runtime too, and I think again, this is a very, very low budget movie. It just wasn't for me. I think it's a cool experiment. I think if you love dogs, maybe check it out. You might feel a little bit more. Again, the dog is the best part about this. He is so damn adorable, and he's a really good actor in terms of the emotion that they are able to convey through this dog for his owner, which they don't really show his face a lot of. I found the performance from him to be a little bit lackluster. I found really much any human performance in here to be lackluster. The entity or whatever is going on in this house, there's not really a giant explanation for it besides the typical horror thing. And the design of it, while again, I know low budget, I dug, but again, since there's not really, I didn't need an in-depth explanation to what's going on, but I really wish the story would have been surfaced around that a little bit stronger. I think Good Boy would have been better as a short film compared to a feature film, and I think that's really where it got me, is that the scares weren't there. And I'm a scaredy cat. I get scared very easily, but I wasn't scared in this at all. I just wanted the dog to survive. And if you're interested to know if the dog survives, you got to watch the movie to figure that out. I'm going to spoil that in this short movie review. All I know is